Hi, I'm Mrs. Durham and I teach 3rd grade at Blythe-Bower Elementary School. Today our learning standard is 3.FL.SC.6g, forming and using comparative and superlative adverbs correctly. In our mini lesson today, you will learn how to form and use comparative and superlative adverbs correctly. Say this learning target with me. I will learn how to form and use comparative and superlative adverbs correctly. For this lesson, you will need a piece of paper and a pencil. Pause the video while you get your materials ready. You already know that a verb shows action. The dog runs down the street. Which word in the sentence shows the action? That's right. Runs tells us what the dog is doing. That's the action. Adverbs are words that describe action words or verbs, and even adjectives and other adverbs. An adverb tells how, when, and where. What is the verb in this sentence? The girl walks. Correct. Walks is our verb. That shows the action. In this sentence, the girl walks carefully. Which one of these words is the adverb? If you said carefully, you are correct because carefully describes this action walks. So carefully is the adverb and walks is the verb. An adverb can tell how, when, or where something happened. In this sentence, Rodrigo works hard. It tells us that Rodrigo is working hard. It's how he works. So our adverb is, right, hard. We use comparative adverbs to compare two things. Pause the video and write a sentence using comparative adverbs describing how, when, or where to compare these dogs. These are the two sentences I came up with. The brown dog walks slower than the black dog. The black dog walks quicker than the brown dog. Both of these describe the word walks. Slower and quicker are both adverbs. They are comparing the two dogs, so they are comparative adverbs. Let's go back to our sentences about Rodrigo. Rodrigo works hard. When I want to compare Rodrigo with another person, in this case his sister, I say Rodrigo works harder than his sister. I added what to make this a comparative adverb? Right, I added ER. Just like in our adjectives, we add ER to the adverb to make it a comparative adverb. In these two sentences, what changed? Right, we added ER, and that's why it is called a comparative adverb. Again, with these sentences about Rodrigo. Rodrigo works hard. Rodrigo works harder than his sister. Pause the video and write a sentence to change the comparative adverb harder into a superlative adverb. Remember when we did adjectives, comparative compares two things and superlative compares more than two things. So our first sentence, our adverb was hard. In our comparative sentence, our adverb was harder. And for a superlative adverb, we would say Rodrigo works hardest of all his siblings. So just like our adjectives, we added an EST. To create superlative adverbs, we add EST to the word, or we use words like most and least. Her most graceful dance was at the Nutcracker Ballet. Now, if we wanted to just compare two dances, we would say she danced more gracefully in the last ballet than this ballet. But when we are comparing all of her dances, we use the word most. Her most graceful dance was at the Nutcracker Ballet. The next few slides will allow you to practice the skills in this lesson. There's an exit ticket as well as a suggestion for what you can do next. Complete the chart by adding ER, EST, or the words more, less, most, or least to make comparative and superlative adverbs. The first one is done for you. Quiet, quieter, quietest. Pause the video now to check your work. On this slide, please use the correct comparative or superlative adverb to complete the following sentence. Your answer choices or your absolute adverb is at the end of each sentence. Change that into a comparative or superlative adverb to complete the sentences. Pause your video now to complete your work. Now you can check your work. Remember, when using comparative adverbs, we add ER or use words like more and less, quick, quicker, or quickly and more quickly. When using superlative adverbs, we add EST or use words like most and least to the word. Quick, quickest, carefully, most carefully. For your exit ticket, the first thing I'd like for you to do is write 2 sentences about bugs or animals using a comparative adverb. And then write 2 more sentences about bugs or animals using a superlative adverb. So what can you do next? When you're reading, notice how authors use adverbs to make their writing more interesting. When you are writing, use comparative and superlative adverbs to make it more interesting to your reader. Your teachers will be looking for your knowledge of these comparative and superlative adverbs in your writing. Thank you for watching.